make a move and the bunny gets it.
I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
It's showtime.
Psychically, I'm very well endowed.
I wanna know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday night. So tonight I'm gonna do my best to try not to be too negative. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna repost my show from last Monday night. Now, according to the rules that were established for years, if you played a movie clip and it was less than 3 minutes, then it wouldn't be considered a replacement for the movie. It would be considered fair use. And especially if you're, doing like transformative commentary or whatever. And so I use these rules. I basically was last Monday night. I wanted to put a spotlight on one of my favorite all-time movies, and it's called Secondhand Lions. Okay, and just wanted to talk about why that movie mattered to me. Offer some of the some salient clips from the movie. And I got struck, or I got taken down 2 different occasions. And the third time I got taken down, they removed the stream. And so I basically got a copy of the stream, the whole entire thing. And I tried to, for the better part of a couple hours, try to find a way to get it past YouTube. The problem these days is there's 2 different systems. Okay? And so even if you run it by, or you upload it to YouTube, and it tells you if there's a copyright strike on it, or if it's available to be seen on YouTube. And that's fair and good, okay? You can do that. And a lot of times you will get like, well, it does have a copyright on it, but you can see it on YouTube, or you can show it on YouTube. It's allowed. But then the second system kicks in. and it is on the live streams. And it will detect any content. Any content. It doesn't run it by the same database as YouTube proper does. And so you can have it cleared when you upload it to YouTube, and it says, okay, it does have a copyright on it, but you can use it. And then the live algorithm reads it as third-party content. And boom. I got a strike on my channel. Now, I'm not alone in this. There's people, some of the bigger channels actually have entire, groups of lawyers on retainer to fight all the copyright strikes that they encounter just in the ordinary run-of-the-mill day-to-day, putting out content. And a lot of the smaller channels are just being squished by this. Now, if I were to run something, artificial intelligence, AI, if I were to run a clip of something that's made in AI, no copyright. If I were to use music that was created by AI, no copyright. And my suspicion, and I try not to be a conspiracy theorist. Try not to be. But my suspicion, it's not a conspiracy theory, it's just my suspicion, okay, is that they are attempting to force everybody to use AI content. Now, why would that be significant? Well, the significance of that is it pushes, YouTube further into the AI space, okay? Now, this has been pointed out multiple times in multiple places, so this is not just me. But you will get people who make content, and then somebody uses an AI scraper to clip their content, take the dialogue that they put over it, do an AI version of that dialogue, and upload it. And then that person who put the content out originally will get a copyright strike because it's detecting that elsewhere there is a copy of that. And multiple people have had copyright strikes from their own material, because somebody in Southeast Asia, using an AI, scraped their material, took their narration off the top of it, and put a new narration over top, even though they used the exact same script. And so AI, because it has this the AI algorithm, which has this huge blind spot, deliberate blind spot towards AI materials, will flag the actual live person, as being the one that is using copyright material. Now, this has happened over and over again. There are entire channels that have seen their numbers cut in half. And they'll have people come to them and it's like, why are you imitating this channel over here? And they'll go and check that channel, and that channel has hijacked their content, put a new voiceover over it, AI voiceover over it, and uploaded it as their content. And the YouTube will push it into people's feed who are subscribed to those channels, because the YouTube algorithm reads that, well, if they like this, then they'll like this. Because it's the exact same thing. The exact same thing. It's just repackaged. And right now, they're refusing to fix it. They're refusing to fix it. And so my little channel, tomorrow morning, about 9 o'clock, I'm going to re-upload their schedule for tomorrow morning. But I'm re-uploading my videos on secondhand lines. And I just clipped all the clips out of it. Because even if I took those clips and put it in my my editing program and put an overlay over the visual and it cleared YouTube, tomorrow morning when it premieres, the live algorithm will read it as third-party content because of the audio and flag it. So, i.e., I cannot, even though I'm talking about this movie, I cannot use clips from it. Now, if I were to like live stream a clip and have my face over it and comment the whole entire time, which I don't like, I don't like the idea of doing, because you know it kind of ruins the moment. It kind of ruins the impact of it. But that might be what I'm forced to do if I'm going to use any kind of content whatsoever. Now, when I'm using like cryptids and conspiracy stuff, most of the stuff that gets flagged is stuff that's once upon a time was on sale for some reason or another. Usually, if you find a fellow YouTube creator who created content, then most of the time you can use whatever they created, and it won't trigger the algorithm. And so there's become a whole ecosystem of people putting out original content, and then a whole entire community of reactors will react to that content and boost it. And it's created a whole entire healthy, independent space. So YouTube is basically shooting the mainstream in the head by trying to gatekeep the mainstream. So while they're gatekeeping mainstream content and making it unusable for YouTube creators, then that's allowing YouTube creators to come in, make their own content, and it be shared. It be available for sharing. Tom McDonald made a whole entire empire on this. A guy named Ren from Wales, I've talked about him. He had a #1 album, I think earlier this year, maybe late last year, called Sick Boy. And the reason he has gotten so big is because he does not copyright strike. And so people who are making like original videos, original movie content, things like that, are able to be shared, able to be viewed, able to be commented on, because it doesn't trigger the algorithm. And so by making sure nobody can violate the copyright on mainstream stuff, YouTube is forcing people to consume independent content. They're forcing people into the arms of independent content creators. And these creators are starting to creep into the mainstream. We've had 3 movies this year from YouTube creators that were able to create in this blind spot that YouTube has, and able to get a following, and they have been able to make and distribute their movie And once Iron Lung earlier this year, Markiplier. And then the last two movies, 1 and 2 in the box office last weekend. I think one's called Backrooms and the other one's called Obsession. And they're in the top, at least top 5. This past weekend, and those are independent creators, entirely independent creators, because YouTube is a massive mammoth behemoth, okay, which is why it's so hard to supplant it. That's why you're still kind of forced to use it. But because of these restrictions, I have decided on this channel that if I can find a independent alternative, an independent creator on YouTube who is making something interesting, then I will use them. I am no longer going to beat my head against this wall. Now, there's a lot of things I love. There's a lot of things I wish I could show you guys that I love, that I grew up loving. But I can't. Now, I can on Rumble. I can on X. I don't think I can on Instagram. I don't think I can on Facebook. I don't, because, anything meta, I can on them. Maybe Odyssey. I need to probably start looking into streaming to Odyssey, except StreamYards doesn't have a direct link to Odyssey, so it might be a little difficult to stream over there. But the day's coming, and it's probably here, where we're just gonna have to make our own. We're just gonna have to focus on the new creators that YouTube is allowing to be dispersed, the ones that aren't trying to copyright their stuff, because YouTube has used copyright to destroy the reach of smaller channels, and they're, with the AdSense revenue being chopped down by AI, cutting into it. And no more web searches for things. AI is becoming the web search. And because of that, AdSense revenue has dropped drastically. Except for independent creators. And so if you stream an independent creator, first of all, you don't have to worry about some third-party entity coming after you for copyright. Secondly, you support somebody who is basically supplanting the evil entity that is the mainstream now. And thirdly, a lot less headaches. So, I decided to play the game. I am no longer going to beat my head against that wall. If I refer to any mainstream entity, then I'll do it verbally, but I won't bother trying to clear a clip. I won't bother trying to, get my content through the gates that YouTube has set up. Because even if I upload it and YouTube says it's fine, the live algorithm is completely independent. And it has no cognitive decision making behind it. It recognizes the pattern, it kills the pattern. So even if you get it uploaded, even if YouTube says it's fine, that live algorithm will take your stream down. Will give you strikes. And so rather than fight that, I've decided if you can't beat them, join them. And so most of my content from here on out It's going to be independent focused. It's going to be on non-copyright stuff. And that's all I'm going to focus on. I am done beating my head against that particular wall. I'm just going to play the game. Anyway, so my stream from last Monday that got taken down will be back up Monday morning. I'm sorry, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. I meant to send it for this morning, but I forgot that today was the 15th, not the 16th. But it was going to go live tomorrow morning. So if you want to know, you want to see my comments on Secondhand Lions, then you'll have to kind of fill in the blanks with your own clips. And that's about the only way. That's I tried to think of some way around it. I spent a week trying to figure out a way to upload those shows, and I just gave up. So from here on out, that's going to be the rules of the road. I am evidently mainstream wants to die, and they're using the copyright to kill themselves. So bon voyage. Anyway, so thank you all for coming. The ones that watch this video, obviously nobody's here right now. But for you that watch it later, I would suggest following making the same choice that I'm making right now. Just look for independent. Look for the brand new. Look for the ones in the blind spot. Let the mainstream die. They're so determined to die. Why are we trying to keep them alive? I am no longer going to do so. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Or thank you all for watching, I probably should say. And we will see you next time with a better frame of mind, I hope. Independent stuff all the way from here on henceforth. Wish me luck. Or better yet, like and subscribe and hype, if you so choose. Follow White Rabbit. See you next time.
Thank you.